Before we get... Well, some say... What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella. And the... We'll go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Anunoby, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell. To the inside, it's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Shoots from 14 and too long on the shot.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Outside for Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby, covered by Redick. Anunoby, good.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Redick with the three. He can't get it to go. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And Serge Ibaka talked about his set, now a couple.
My defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
VanVleet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Anunoby out there with Ibaka. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Exactly. Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Out to Ibaka. The tray. Drills it from outside. Ibaka's got 5 points so far.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot, paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness. His toughness. 1 second left. The shot off that time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with us. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just at... We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. An exception. Raptors with some changes. OG Anunoby comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. The Pelicans have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That free throw good from Holiday.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Shea is out there with Hayes. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Alexander Walker in at the two-guard spot. Shen and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is the first action we've seen from Shea so far. The team has really brought him along slowly.
And make no mistake, they want to see how ready he is for extended action with this appearance. He'll want to make the most of this opportunity.
Now, the great thing about the NBA is that you can prove yourself on a nightly basis. Che's stock fell staying 4 years in college. A lot of analytics guys don't like the fact that as you get older, you maybe don't have the chance to reach a higher ceiling, but he's performed since he's entered the league.
It's Gasol missing.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Here's Hayes. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Anunoby. Covered by Shea. Good. And it's 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage.
Tipped away. Stolen by VanVleet. And Lowry has it in the corner. Here's Anunoby. Pelicans with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Holiday goes in. Hayes. Rejected by Gasol. Here's Anunoby. Shea grabs the miss. And Shea, the rookie for this team, you know, Greg, he's a little bit of a rarity in the league. He stayed all 4 years in college.
And I know many people were shocked to see Shea stay all 4 years as his stock dropped and dropped every year. But a lot of questions were asked about why he chose to stay, but he's trying to put that all behind him and make the most of the fact that he's here now.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And again, Toronto no luck. Pelicans leading by 10. Ingram kicks to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Hayes trying to break through. Count that one. 9 points for Shea.
Scoring with the bump can throw your concentration off. Shea right there, not distracted by contact.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. VanVleet with it. He's got 7. Pass to Gasol. Outside for Lowry. Clock at 6. And the 3 off target. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Pelicans on top, ending the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And let's take this opportunity now. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
A five-time All-Star, Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006. You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, pure desperation right now, Clark. You think there's enough time?
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to...
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge.
You know what I like about a new season? The game.
Yo, Che, get in here.
Character to the game.
First thing I've noticed is you guys added a lot of animations. The dribbling system is quite different from last year's. The defense, the foot planning. The foot planning this year is off the charts, man. It's like when you reach, it's your fault. When you didn't read the defense right, it's your fault.
The city of New Orleans, and let's go.
Well, after all the chirp,
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. White, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Barea. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Here's Hart, guarded by Doncic. Looking to end the run. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Dallas leading by 7. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Hart. To the middle. Here's Captain Clutch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Che got onto the floor for the first time last game. Coach clearly liked what he saw, enough to send Che out here for another go. Can't argue with him the way Che has played.
Nope, not at all. With the way Che came in and immediately able to leave his mark on the game, it would have been hard not to give him another run out there tonight. Doncic outside. Rebounded by Hart.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Reddick with the three. They grabbed their own miss. Here's the pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Captain Clutch. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Brunson. Right outside. Back to Brunson. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Alexander Walker passes to Hart. Passes to Melly. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 9-point game. Brunson, good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Melly passes to Captain Clutch. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
And even though he was undrafted, I'm not surprised to see Shea end up on an NBA team. You knew the talent was there, and Shea put in the time to crack an NBA roster.
You know, Greg, I honestly was shocked that no team took a chance on Shea in the second round. A lot of front offices might be wanting a do-over if Shea ends up sticking with this team. And the Pelicans making a change here. Hayes is checked in.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Wright finds Doncic. From 12 feet out, he squares up and sinks it. Doncic has got 9.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Pass to Powell. Kicks it to Doncic. Goes up at the stripe. He can't get that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Rapids.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters, but that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played, and unfortunately, they took it out.
Goes back up, and it's blocked. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Hart. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Powell. Doncic outside. Over Hart. Off the left rim and out.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Reddick for 3. That shot no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
Older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
We've got Hayes, who's out there with Murray. Captain Clutch is out there with Hart. And it's Alexander Walker in at the one. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning.
Here's Hart. To the paint. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
That's good from Captain Clutch. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high-motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And Redick, here we go.
And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
You look back, in the 7 seasons, the Pelicans have been better than average defensively. They've made the playoffs 6 times. The other 10 seasons, only 1 playoff appearance. Defense has been the difference.
Kleba, no good.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Inside, here's Captain Clutch. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Well, the Pelicans falling off last season at the defensive end. Smitty, what's the key for them getting back on track?
They've got to do a better job of contesting three-point shots. They were awful. Also, cutting down on turnovers would enable them to get back defensively.
Doncic, no good.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And yes, it's good. Now just a 1-point Maverick lead.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Brunson the pass to Kleba. Now here's Porzingis. He's guarded closely. The pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. 18 feet out. And the shot is long. New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The shot's good from Captain Clutch.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Right outside. Passes it to Doncic. Takes the 13-footer, and it's good for 2. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Now here's Reddick. 5 points in the game. Pass to Captain Clutch. That shot no good. A big-time effort for Porzingis.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, in the first half, Che, you got on the glass. Was this a conscious choice to set a tone with your rebounding?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So and we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Dallas making a switch here. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holiday to tie it up. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Incredible. Holiday, a determined player, a competitive player, takes over when it counts.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. New Orleans back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A double. Everyone's going to have to take a meter rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned. And I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
Hey, great win, fellas. Great win. Good.
The NBA 2K20 Community Day was a huge hit. Not only did influencers get their hands on NBA 2K20 for the first time, but our developers got direct feedback. They weren't the only ones to check out 2K20 early, though.
A group that will no doubt be looking closely at the new gameplay is the NBA 2K League. And after the 2019 season wrapped, the Warriors gaming squad stopped by the 2K TV studios, and we let them.
This is Hack and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And with
well, guys,
influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Wednesday, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book that there's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. For three, Westbrook. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Redick for 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Rivers against Redick. And there's the pass to Hart. 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go.
Oh, man, a solid score. You give Hart shots like these, he's ready to capitalize.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Houston in control with the 9-point lead to end. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about...
It's all about not making mistakes.
And Greg, nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got J.J. Redick. Captain Clutch is out there with Hart. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. The Pelicans have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden, it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Captain Clutch passes to Redick. The good-looking shot from the wing. Redick's got 10 points.
Exceptional at shooting off the pass. Redick's rapid-fire release often comes in handy.
Here's Westbrook. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, in basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed. My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Bill, it was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
know?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports. So just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did
together.
it in high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I can get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29.
Yeah. That one good for two. Hayes has got his first basket of the night.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, coming off a terrific season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. Harden against Ball. A baseline J, and the basket by Harden. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Oh, that's a good way for Harden to keep the D off balance. Use the mid-range here.
Murray outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Gordon against Redick. Pass to Captain Clutch. That one goes. Count it. Captain Clutch has got 5.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. It's way too slow to protect the rim.
Al Harden. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the floater from Harden, that beautiful raindrop, teardrop, rainbow is just exceptional. No way the D can contest that in time. You cannot jump higher than that ball.
Another shot. Shen and Capella sends it back.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And that one drops for him. And now an 11-point Rocket lead. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
he is
was.
Otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with...
I love it, too. Don't you? I love the fact we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the Americans style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, it's give and go, and it's not just like clear out on up.
Yeah.
It's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Ball, the bounce pass from 8. No good from Captain Clutch. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. So for the Pelicans, okay. Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You'd make it interesting.
I have some luxury.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Well, you look. Some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Capella. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for Gerald Green. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you can just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. And it's Chandler. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's House in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Chandler with the ball. Working on Hayes. Chandler kicks to Westbrook. And here's Harden. 11 points in the game. For 3. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Pelicans trail by 18. Passes it to Captain Clutch. Chandler comes with the double team. Down low. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. Houston now working with the new shot clock.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Melly. Here's Captain Clutch. Defended by Gordon. Here's Melly. And the pass to Captain Clutch. Out left to the wing. To the middle. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
VA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pulls it up. Again, the Pelicans score.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Houston leading by 14. Westbrook with it. And he has 28 points for the game. Count it. Westbrook's got 9 points here in the second half.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. There's the triple. And that one is off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Pass to Captain Clutch. And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. They'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Chandler. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
For 3, Westbrook. Pelicans pull it in. Redick for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Redick's got 16.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Rivers scanning the floor. Passes it to Gordon from downtown. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to...
Here's Westbrook. Capella dishes to Harden. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this.
Makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
All right, bro, peace.
Hey, Che.
I think you have to earn that over time. Oh, post for it. Let's go.
All right, guys, I'm here with Beast Move and Jin from Warriors Gaming Squad, and they're about to get their first look at NBA 2K20. I got CB13 and Chiquita. I'm here with Type, center for Warriors Gaming Squad, and head coach Tommy.
So right off the bat, like I can notice like how smooth the defense is.
I feel like if you reach at the wrong time in this game, like you can.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
The Warriors coming into the arena earlier. They know a hostile.
Well, guys,
he loves playing their DA, and they love him. Thank you so much. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up on Wednesday. They'll head back home. And they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate, love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Curry finds Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson for the triple. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by the Pelicans?
Ball, the pass to Ingram. And here's Holiday. Puts up a three. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Top of the key, Looney. Outside, Green. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray. Green's got 5.
There is something special about the competitive spirit of Draymond Green. You make a three, I'm coming right back with one of my own.
Holiday against Russell. Puts it up from 12. Here's Captain Clutch. Double team on Holiday. To the paint. A second chance effort. And there's a sweet move to the rack on the lay-in from Captain Clutch.
Well, we've now seen a steady diet of Che the last few games. I would think that he's earned a spot in the coach's rotation. Wasn't easy for him, though.
Not at all, GA, and that's just how it goes for rookies. Che is no different. He'll continue to adjust. He'll learn on the fly, and we could see even more of him later in the year. Outside Holiday. Out to the right wing. Pass to Ingram. Holiday finds ball. New Orleans moving it around. Now here's Ingram. Over to the left wing. The shot's good from Captain Clutch. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Russell from long range. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, he may have worn out his welcome in L.A., but D'Angelo Russell found a good landing spot in Brooklyn. A team in rebuild, in need of an offensive infusion. They've unleashed his talent.
New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. And then for Golden State, Omari Spellman has come in for Green. And Alec Burks subbed in for Curry. Here's Captain Clutch. Spellman with the rebound. And Russell at 6'5", able to play at the point guard or the shooting guard. Greg, when you look at his game, what's his best position?
Probably the one. I mean, we're seeing a trend towards bigger point guards at the same time that 4s and 5s are trending smaller. Everybody wants that switch ability on defense.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Captain Clutch. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Golden State gets called for the foul. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and help. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Outside, Russell. Over Hart. And it's Russell missing.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Whereas for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
New Orleans making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Pelicans leading by 5. And Redick kicks to Hart. Pass to Captain Clutch. Low block shot. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Captain Clutch's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Russell passes to Looney. So here's Burks. Back to Looney. There's the three. Reddick with the rebound. Pass downing for the Pelicans. It was a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And that basket is in there from Captain Clutch.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Russell with a wide open look. And that's collected by Captain Clutch. Captain Clutch has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
It's rebounded by Golden State. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Looney. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Russell. Fires the three. And the three ball is good. Russell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
That's a nuanced understanding of pick-and-roll play. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks it.
The way I judge, whether we can.
Greg, team swap here for New Orleans. And Golden State also making a change. Curry's checked in. Russell inside. He's covered by Ball. Curry deciding where to go with it. Over Holiday, and the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Curry.
Well, the effectiveness in between the perimeter and the basket. Curry relishes the opportunities he gets in mid-range.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. Then it's Thompson, and it's Looney in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Inside and stolen by Williamson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise. And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Offensive rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Captain Clutch. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Ball against Russell. Ball dishes to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Again, the Pelicans score.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. The shot by Looney, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Stolen by Ball. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans.
Thanks
for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out. Good substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Captain Clutch comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Golden State, Kevon Looney is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Omari Spellman comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Russell in for Glenn Robinson III. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
They're back. Ball and Redick. Hayes out there with Captain Clutch, and it's Hart in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Warriors trail by 18. And here is Curry. He's got 11. Out to the right wing. Here's Looney. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
The pass to Captain Clutch. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Passes it to Looney. To the middle. Spellman, no good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Hayes, and Looney sends it back. And he's able to get it back. The shot's good from Hayes. And here are the Warriors now. Outside Curry. Over Ball. The shot by Curry, no good. Pelicans leading by 20. Back to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Outside, Redick. 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Captain Clutch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Thompson. Hart the pass to Captain Clutch. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Both free throws good from Captain Clutch. Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Timeout called the Warriors.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Williams it. Isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green and Cauley Stein are down low. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. And it's Robinson in at the 3.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Pass to Curry. Takes the 3. Rebound by Murray.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And stolen by Cauley Stein. Curry with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Now Curry. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Holiday finds Murray. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Pascal and the powerful one-handed slam.
And this guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Captain Clutch. Nails the baby hook. Captain Clutch has got 22.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Evans. Pass to Burks. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Shoots. The shot's good from Captain Clutch. 24 points for him.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Evans kicks to Burks. The pass to Pascal. Burks looking around. From the arc. The shot will not fall. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Passes it to Melly. To the paint. Here's Captain Clutch. And the shot goes down. Captain Clutch has got 9 points in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Evans dishes to Burks. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Or some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. A steal. Here's Evans, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Again, the Pelicans score.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Warriors.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watch them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Drew Holiday.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Murray outside. Shoots from 8. Bank shot, no good. And so here is Golden State. Down low, here's Burks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Alec Burks, Kevin, continuing to develop into a dependable scorer.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One together just looking for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Nice win for your team, Che. You were the catalyst with all your scoring. Was that the game plan tonight?
David, thank you as always.
Nice job on the glass tonight, Che.
Appreciate that, Ted.
So how's it feel to lead the...
I'm always looking to take on a bigger role.
Can I grab your...
I'm happy to take on whatever role.
Good stuff. Anything else?
In 2K, I'm a real, defensive-minded player. There's certain things that I saw on the defensive side that, I'm really hyped to see about, like the new block animations and the new ways that defenders can position themselves on the ball handler. So there's a lot of stuff that I see that I'm definitely looking forward to in 2K20.
So the dribbling this year feels a little bit different as well. It feels just a little bit different.
It's like a mix of like previous 2Ks.
Zigzagging.
Ooh.
Kawhi.
Anything from
Absolutely. Hey, big game tonight. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Good, because this one's on national TV.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No Trick hits the... Oh, hey, Dave.
Nugget.
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Well, Bart, we've got a terrific... game here on Halloween. Growing up, what was it like trick-or-treating on your block?
Oh, it was wild and fun, and I actually outgrew trick-or-treating by the time I was about 11 or 12. I was just too tall to be out there in a costume begging neighbors for candy.
And that one misses.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
6 on the shot clock. Holiday, the pass to Hart. Lays it up off the glass.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
Ball against Murray. Here's Jokic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
But, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And that one is good by Beasley.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Holiday, the pass to Captain Clutch. And Favors kicks to Ball. Three-pointer. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, it's Harris. Millsap against Favors. Millsap misses.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
It falls, and 2 points from Captain Clutch.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Millsap's no stranger to physical play. Doesn't avoid contact, and that helps him get to the free throw line quite a bit. You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Murray comes in for Josh Hart. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Grant against Murray. Here's Millsap. You can't get that one to fall. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Captain Clutch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Morris. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Okafor. New Orleans is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Captain Clutch. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Millsap. Hits the outside fadeaway.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Ball, the pass to Captain Clutch. And Morris comes over to help. Millsap with the steal. Grant with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. And here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. The fadeaway, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Outside, Redick. Passes it to Captain Clutch. From 13, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Morris. There's the dish to Millsap. It's good. Millsap's got 8 points.
And, you know, this is where Millsap excels. I mean, a great interior scorer. He has the size and touch to pulverize defenses.
Murray outside. Now the pass to Redick. Here's Captain Clutch. Good work defensively by Millsap.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Redick. Back to Ball. He dishes it to Okafor. Pass to Captain Clutch. Okafor against Plumlee. Okafor gets the bucket.
Okafor is calm by nature, even keeled, doesn't rush, doesn't like to force anything, and because of that, you can count on him to provide good opportunities fighting the shot clock.
Grant surveying the D, and it's Beasley in the corner. All alone. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Beasley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Mavericks. Passes to Captain Clutch. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Millsap kicks to Plumlee. Okafor against Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on the free throw. Here's Okafor. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Here's Captain Clutch. Millsap covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Paul Millsap picks one up. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
Okafor out there with Ingram. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And there's Captain Clutch, and it's Hart in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. On the clock. For 3, Murray. Pelicans with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Ingram outside. And there's the pass to Hart. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Captain Clutch. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Murray finds Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. The Nuggets with a new 14.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Hart. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Collins back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Ball, the pass to Captain Clutch. Back to Ball. Tries from 16. They get it back. The feed to Okafor. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Murray against Redick. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Ball. Pushing it up. Okafor, the pass to Captain Clutch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
From deep. Here's Jokic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, the potential the Joker has is exciting. Jokic, a big man who can score, pass, and rebound, and do all of those well.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Okafor gets the buckets.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
6 to shoot. It's Beasley on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Beasley's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Denver. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Millsap misses.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Millsap's against Ball. Fires from the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And Ball, excellent at scoring the basketball. His jumper on point in this area.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jokic with it, now guarded by Ball. And here's Millsap from the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Millsap's got 11.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Beasley for 3. Stolen by Ball. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. New Orleans on top. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. So for the Pelicans, Okafor is checked in for Favors. Captain Clutch comes in for Williamson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Denver, Michael Porter, he's checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. So out there for the Nuggets right now, it's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Michael Porter's out there with Jokic, and it's Barton in at the small forward. Pass to Okafor. New Orleans moving the ball around. There's Captain Clutch. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Pass to Captain Clutch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant he pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting. but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Captain Clutch passes to Ingram. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Brandon Ingram, a nice display of toughness from the young forward here, showing that he can score through just about anything.
Porter looking it over. Rebound by Captain Clutch. Captain Clutch has got 7 rebounds in the game. He kicks it to Ball. They double him with Jokic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Pelicans with the ball to the right side. Ingram outside. He's looking for Porter and finds him. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And Burton is going to throw it down hard.
An outstanding dunker. Give Barton chances to show off a little bit, and he takes full advantage.
Passes it to Captain Clutch. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Captain Clutch has got 6 points in the quarter.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Here's Jokic. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They're back, Ball and Reddick. Ingram is out there with Okafor, and it's Captain Clutch in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Kicks to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram.
Shooting for New Orleans, Derek Favors. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 5. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight. Spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both things, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's...
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
You're impressing on every...
time again. It's your first NBA 2K20 top play. This is where you vote for your favorite top play of the week.
Yes, and the winners of each week will be in the running for something special, so stay tuned for that.
So if you submitted your top play from the demo, look for it here. Take it away, 2KMC.
New game, new...
This is Hack and the Hornet on...
And as things get... Well, and they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at New Orleans. They're sixth best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And of course, looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Redick. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Sometimes on the move, tough to find some touch. JJ able to do it with that shot there.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Muscala. Molinari with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Portland.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
4 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Gallinari's got his second basket of the night.
Defense does a fantastic job, but in the end, Gallo's O beats D.
Ball, the pass to Redick. Gallinari on the wing, and it goes down 2 points. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Ball feeling it out a bit to the paint. Knocks it down in the bucket from Captain Clutch.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. Gallinari outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got 8 points.
And they ran that pick and roll extremely precise. The result was a good look for Gallinari.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Redick. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Ingram outside. Back to Ball. Inside. Here's Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 6 points for him.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. Great D that time from Redick.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Ingram against Gallinari. Pass the ball. Fires from deep. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. To the middle. Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Noel. And it's Williamson missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
New Orleans leading by 4. And Redick the bucket on the assist from Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gallinari finds Noel. Back to Gallinari. Fades back. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. You know, year 1, he was learning the ropes. I think he's hoping to make a much bigger impact in his second campaign.
Absolutely. As a rookie, the game just goes incredibly fast. Sophomore year, things start to slow down.
Murray's checked in for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for ball. And it's Schroeder missing. New Orleans leading by 4. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
Here's Hart, and the rejection by Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
And it's Schroeder missing. New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Redick with the 3. Offensive rebound. Shen. And that one's good. Williamson.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Thunder trailing by 6. Schroeder passes to Muscala. The dish to Gallinari. Tries again. Noel down low. And good that time. Noel's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Redick. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Redick's got 11. And so it's New Orleans, bringing the quarter to a close. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for...
the steals thing is just...
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. Here's Adams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Gallinari on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. They trail by 1, getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Passes it to Reddick. New Orleans moving the ball around. Captain Clutch passes to Reddick. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Right wing. Here's Schroeder. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot-first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
And the pass to Ball. He kicks it to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Captain Clutch. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That free throw, no good. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? We never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like, why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Schroeder dishes to Muscala. Alinari surveying the D. Pass to Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, he definitely forced that shot, guys. He had plenty of time to adjust himself and kick the ball out and look for a better shot. Have to give credit to the defense there, too.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Noel's checked in for Adams. Schroeder outside. Goes up on the high post. That one a little long.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Sion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Alinari outside. Ingram comes with the double team. Schroeder outside. Over Williamson. Got a piece of it. And here comes the break. Here's Captain Clutch. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making. And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right,
food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Schroeder finds Gilgeous-Alexander to end the run. Goes back up. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Muscala, the pass to Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of fall.
Shen, that falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. Thunder trailing by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first bucket of the night.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more comfortable where he can score on the floor.
Ingram outside. Here's Reddick. 9 points last game out. Launches it. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Gallinari. 8 points for him. Releases. Can't nail the jumper.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the last few games you have been on fire, and it's carried over to tonight. What's gotten into you these last few games?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action.
Here we go now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half. Team swap here for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 6. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Captain Clutch. J.J. Redick is out there with Hart. Then there's Williamson. And it's Melly in at the small forward position. Here's Hart, started by Schroeder. Hart kicks to Williamson. And it's blocked. Schroeder against Redick. Noel trying to break loose. And he banks in the layup. Schroeder's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder. Pass to Hart. Here's Melly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Redick. That shot misses. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And Hart has it in the corner. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Thunder leading by 8. So the wing on the left. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And slam dunk by Noel.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. There's the pass to Hart. To the inside. Shen. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Captain Clutch has got 12 points in the game.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Robertson. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 14. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Captain Clutch. Captain Clutch has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hart, that's good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Adams. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams taking his time here. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 2nd bucket.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the 2nd half.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Molinari, he's checked in for the Thunder. Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Second, the Thunder.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Ball's checked in for New Orleans. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a six-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Schroeder against Ball. Williamson dishes to Ingram. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Acknowledge that Ingram.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. So we see the Thunder get the win here. Some good competition. Stay focused, I think, made the difference.
The first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
That'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry,
Ultimately, it's about getting my guys involved. That's what I thrive on.
Jay, get in here. I got some fun. Consider it done. Great choice, by the way.
Hey,